The streets don't honor that. Never been by what I put in it, about I get back. How you try to play a young trap nigga, I can't forget. A lot of these niggas that cross the line, they know they can't come around no more. I done helped a lot of real ones, I never got disclosed. Couple folk was I done helped, I swear to God I should expose. Gave these niggas the recipe on how to really move them low. We respect it, I just how maneuver they know it.
Welcome to Backstage, the podcast where we take you behind the scenes of the creative world, interviewing artists, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who shape our culture and inspire us all. Join us as we delve into the minds of those who dare to dream, exploring their journeys, challenges, and triumphs from the bright lights of the stage to the boardrooms of innovation. We uncover the untold stories that drive creativity and innovation forward. Whether you're an aspiring artist, a seasoned entrepreneur, or simply curious about the stories behind the spotlight, Backstage is your all-access pass to the world of creativity and entrepreneurship. So get ready to be inspired, enlightened, and definitely entertained. This is Backstage. We're talking with a young brother here, man. First of all, I'm going to just go ahead and do this. Can you give us a little history on yourself? What's your name, and tell us about your journey into the world of rap music.
All right, my name is YTN BAM. I'm from Albany, Georgia, but I was raised in Sylvester, Georgia, which is probably 10 minutes away from each other. And I moved to Columbus in 2015, I think, yeah, which was my senior year in high school.
Okay.
And I finished up at Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, East Side.
Okay.
Still on the East Side.
East Side.
I played basketball there. Me and Coach John, we bumped heads a few times. I quit, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't really take his coaching, which I should have stayed type thing, but it was on some Coach Carter type thing.
Yeah.
If I ain't do 100 back crawls to get back on the team, I couldn't come back.
So he was tight on you.
Yeah, so I just, you feel me, let that basketball thing go. Okay. And that's when I really just took wind of the music, which was 2015.
Okay. So what inspired you to pursue that path?
I had a god brother named Ken, and which was his rap name was Lil Pooh in Sylvester. Everybody knew him. And growing up, I was probably 11, and he had this Letterman, and his dad, which was his manager at the time, they both had him. I was like, hey bro, where you get that jacket from? He was like, my dad got it. This our label and all that. I was like, okay. So I just always liked it how they was rocking that and how they pushed their movement, and that made me want to get on it.
So you saw something you wanted to do, even at that age. Yeah, that's what's up. So, how would you describe, your style or, your sound as an artist?
I like to say I got my own little genre, but it ain't my own genre. I call it melodic trap, but the melodicness to it is the beat selection that I go for. It's more of yeet type sound, which is a new producer / rapper too.
Okay. So it's more like music, more musical and more.
Yeah, more
flowing.
I wouldn't say gamey, but it's a new sound.
Okay.
You just gotta have an open mind to it.
Right.
My music not for everybody, but you feel me? I feel like I try to make my music go for everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Some folks don't take wind of it. Some folks love it.
Well, I found that sometimes is what leads to being different.
Yeah.
Is having a different approach. That's what's up. That pretty much gonna lead me to what I would want to ask you. So what do you feel that having that sets you apart from, most of the typical artists that you would, be in the same peership with?
It helps my sound that is kind of a little different, cause how deep my voice is, me talking right now, it's not how my music sound. A lot of folks approach me, they be like, how you make your voice sound so different on the track? I'm like, I don't know, I guess that's the melodicness of my voice. I can switch it up if I need to, and I don't always try to rap about the same thing, the drill rap, the murder, kill type thing. I try to influence people to get money, and also do right with your folk type thing, and also be a hustler at the same time.
Understood. What do you think about the drill rap as far as it pertains to the community? Just, off the top of your head,
You feel it do damage. At the same time, it probably help. At the same time, like you never know. Like I can't just like deem it bad, but at the same time, I don't want to just hear it all the time.
But I mean, at some point in time, every music had its even in generations before, it was always that music that had the negative or what they would consider the negative connotations and blah blah. Not knowing that maybe that's what a person is living. That's what they coming up and seeing.
Or they needing to vent.
They need to vent.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, some of it may lead to other,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like even the R&B, like I remember, I don't know what it's called, but I know bro was like singing like "Why Fools Fall in Love," whoever that is. The little
Frankie Lyman.
Yeah, that movie, bro had a lot going on.
Had a lot of artists had a lot going on. I think that's something that most artists just have in their lives. It takes a special person, man. I mean, I think people that that don't have things happening in their lives, but that's neither here nor there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of your biggest musical influences out there, or past or present?
Like
that
artists
help you shape, that help you that made you kind of have a shape, or did it just something that you just felt that you did on your own?
I say OJ the Juice Man, like how he like that song like really showed me that I can really rap. Like I was like, bro, if he can just say that on the track, like my little sister bought that song as her ringtone. Like my baby sister, her first ringtone was that song.
just off of that one catchphrase.
That one little thing, like always gonna stick to my mind. Like, bro, if he can do it, I can too. See what drove me even further with it was like I learned like the business side of it, like not even trying type thing. Like I went on YouTube, did my little homework. Like I just kept going at it. And like my big cousin, he pointed out to me, he was like, "Hey, bro, you kind of know more about the business side than I do." And I've been rapping about 20 some years. Like I was like, okay, so let me
ask you this then: do you think that today's artists, business wise, that are they with the business, or are they trying to learn the business, or it's a combination of both or nothing?
I feel like it depend on like who you is and like basically like what you go through type thing. Like some of the artists, like they have to go through bad deals for them to want to learn that side of the field. And some of them want to know it before they even get too deep in it. Some of them want to just go ahead and sign the paperwork and get the little money, and then they end up in the want to figure it out.
Believe me, I think I have an idea of what you're talking about, seeing that happen over the years. But I mean, in your words, or what you say is that it's imperative to have some kind of knowledge about the business.
Exactly.
Not just about the production or the creativity, but actual business. Yeah.
Paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah, that paperwork is important, man. So how do you stay motivated and inspired to continue creating and refining what you do, your craft?
It might sound like touche, but like I just say life. Like I feel like I go through another type thing that always want to do music. Like I'ma never not want to do it. Like even if I'm not rapping, I'm gonna want to get on the board and work behind it or help somebody else. Like get on the game that I got.
Okay, yeah. So you wanna kind of be an inspiration to not just on what you're doing, but you want to be an inspiration to those that are coming. Yeah, that's to me that's very important. I mean, I think that's something that this generation definitely has to do.
Yeah, cause we don't do it enough, and we didn't have a lot of it. So
yeah. So let me ask you this: since you're saying that, are there any themes or messages that you often deal with in your music? And if so, what are they, and why do you feel that it's important to you?
I feel like, well, as of lately, I don't feel like it no more. But like when it comes to Georgia, like a lot of folks just stop at Atlanta and think that's where like a lot of the music come from.
Okay. Well, we know that's not true because
Facts.
because we know there's a lot of people that came out of Georgia.
Yeah.
Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah, you feel me?
Believe me when I tell you that. And just to go off book for a second, even as far back as the 70s, man, there was an artist from here. Her name was Jean Carn, and she was one of the biggest artists that was on this Philadelphia imprint back in the day, and she was from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Quite a few other people that you probably even know.
I learned another one on Netflix.
was
On
that?
Rainy.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't have no idea about that until I watched that special. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And then like probably like a week later on Facebook, I seen like they was throwing like a little party at the at her little house.
Her little house down on yeah. I mean, even when James Brown's group quit on him, and he got the group that was called Bootsy Collins and his brother, they were called at the time the Upsetters. The first show they did was right here in Columbus at the Liberty Theater.
That's big.
Understand what I'm saying? I think a lot of people may not have seen that, but the first show that they did when he flew them boys in was right here in Columbus at the Liberty Theater. Because back then the Liberty Theater was like on that circuit, like the Fox, the Apollo.
Yeah.
So definitely, there's a lot of inspiration coming from this area over the years. Can you like walk us through like the process of how you produce, and how do you feel that the best way for you to release your product or your production that you've done?
All right, so like when I'm basically making my songs, like what I do is like I make my hook, and then like I don't like if I don't have my verse already written, like I just let it like marinate on my brain for like 2 or 3 days. Then I go back and finish that song. Like
Process.
I don't be in a rush to like get a song done type thing. So like if somebody send me like an open verse or a feature to get on, like they know they finna have to wait probably like 3-4 days.
Gotta marinate.
You feel me? I gotta make sure I put my flavor on it because I don't wanna embarrass myself or have myself looking crazy out there on the track.
Very important. Very important. I give you a lot of kudos to that because that's a process.
Yes, sir.
It's a deep process. What do you hope your listeners would take away from your music? What impact do you want to have on your audience?
Don't quit. Like, always be motivated type thing. Like how you asked me, like what always motivate me to keep going with the music. Like, keep going. Like it's always gonna be something gonna hit you harder in the morning. Like, don't stop. Okay. Keep marching.
Keep going forward.
You feel me? It's always gonna be something. Like no matter what it is, keep going. Like you gotta have a foundation for something. Cause if you ain't building enough to have like something to leave for somebody else, or like enough to have for yourself when you need it type thing, you really gonna feel it. So
you want to leave an impression on what you did. That's what
like a legacy, like
a legacy. So very important. So very important. I mean, have you faced any criticism, or had any setbacks in your career or what you've been doing, and how have you overcame those type of things?
Of course, but I just keep going. But like in 2017, like I say, I was doing like a lot of like the showcases and all of that, and like I had a lot of like supporters with all of the shows and stuff that I was doing, and like over the years, like I started like working a job, trying to help in the household more instead of like just doing my rap thing and not really trying type thing with the kids and all of that. Like I just started doing more with my family and all of that, focusing on that and not putting music on the back burner, but like doing it when I can type thing. Okay. And like that kind of like put my support system type thing in it ain't really bad, but it ain't really what it was and like where it should be type thing.
So in other words, you know, what they say is that, you know, if you lay out or take a break, because this happened to a lot of artists, so it should don't feel no way, because if you take a little break, sometimes making that transition back, sometimes the audience that you had, they kind of be like, you know, let me see what's going to happen. You still got those diehards, of course, that's going to always want to see what you're doing, but you know, let me see what he coming with now, and so on and so forth. I mean, I think that happens to a lot of artists. That over the years, a period that has happened to that. Are there any future collaborations that you would want to do with anybody? And if so, give me a couple. I don't want to put you on the spot, but give me a couple names that you would want to do a collab with.
I work with that boy Rudy, of course.
Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cosmo boy, so up. You feel me?
Yeah.
I do one with him. You know what I'm saying? I get Fat Fool one too.
Fat Fool.
Yeah.
Fat Fool. Yeah. That's what's up. Now I want to ask you this question on the serious side. We know that here there is there's no lack of artists. There's definitely, as a person that has seen artists come through the studio, there's no lack. What do you think is holding, if that is the question, or if that's the case, what do you think is holding back the artists here from being able to step on that red
Artist development.
Elaborate.
Like we need like more like stage present type thing, like an image, like to be around everybody, not just the PG-13. Like we need to be able to have an image that can go around kids as well. Like, you feel me? Like, cause that hold us back too if we only can just go to one crowd.
Okay.
So like we need somebody who gonna really like not just help us like just to get some money out of it, but like actually help us to, you feel me, learn the game.
Something like an artist development type situation. I've heard people say that. So what would you consider also that artist development also being? I understand what you said, but I just want to get a little more deeper, just from your perspective, with how the development is holding back the artists.
Like some artists like don't know how to hold a microphone. Some artists don't know how to actually pronounce their words on the mic when they rapping, trying to make the music. Like, you feel me? Like, you have to see like what everybody weak at. Everybody not weak in the same areas. So like it'll be like on a case by case basis with that type thing.
But you definitely feel it's needed.
Yeah, like everybody ain't perfect. Obviously, like if we ain't on that red carpet by now, like somebody needs some kind of help to get to where we trying to go.
I don't think nobody starts off as being perfect. You know, that's why that phase of development. So in all actuality, it's almost as the new school just taking a little page out of the book of the old school when it comes to just developing the craft to a certain point.
Yeah, only getting good at a certain thing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So let me ask you this: what advice would you give to other aspiring younger artists, younger than yourself, that that's seeing the hip hop or the rap, and they want to get into it? I'm talking about, because you said that you were young when it hit you and you wanted to do it. So what do you think about this younger generation? Because there is a younger generation that's under you, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's coming along. I think they call it the alpha generation, which is the new generation. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? What advice would you give to him?
Be careful what you say on the mic.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. That's really deep, and it's really true. It's really true. So I got a question now. I'm gonna get in.
What's up?
What is YTN?
Young Trap Nation.
Okay. Young Trap Nation. All right. That's cool.
At first, I ain't gonna lie, it was Young Trap Nigga, but you
Yeah.
feel me? I started getting like more business savvy with it.
Shit, look like some of the older homies back in the day should have had a 3-letter to their name. They would have been like BAH, broke as hell. You know,
Yeah.
what is it? ITA, industry taking it all. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what's up, man. That's good, man. You got to have some kind of identity to identify. So that's what's happening. So let me ask you this, without being too deep into what you're doing. Can you share any upcoming projects or goals that you're working on as far as your music career is concerned?
I actually just dropped a project called Melodic Maniac.
Okay.
I dropped that on the 29th of February.
All right, y'all heard that, Melodic Maniac.
Yes, sir.
YTN BAM.
It's on
Check it
all
out.
streaming platforms everywhere.
Yes, and you know that's one thing that I think that would help, and that is people is support your artists. Support these artists. I heard Rick Ross say something. He said that if he see a homie and he goes to their page, he gonna hit that like button.
He don't even care what it is.
They don't care. They don't care.
Shit.
Just just hit that like button because it don't hurt. And what it does is it just gives you a little bit. Let people know that you care about artists that's coming along in your city.
Fact.
So that's just my little take on that. So with that being said, I'm not being interviewed. I'm gonna get back because I see my staff looking at me, telling me get back on track now. Yeah. So are there any other creative outlets or interests that you have outside of the music that influences your artistry?
Oh yeah, I play semi-pro football.
Wow, semi-pro?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shit, man, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? I be out there taking a little aggression off.
Okay, so who you playing?
I play with the Columbus Storm.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Man, that's what's up.
And what's crazy is a lot of folks don't know we even got a team like that.
Yeah, I know, because I'm sitting here bugging. I'm saying, well, I got to start trying to see when the Storm is playing to come and support.
We play over there at Central Stadium.
Central Stadium? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what's up.
Our next game is I think the 23rd.
23rd of March.
Yes, sir.
All right, there it is.
6 o'clock.
There it is, folks. It's 23rd of March. A little bit of support. And that's what I'm all about, is trying to, that's this whole platform and forum is, is trying to, get that support. Because with that support, we can make a lot happen.
Exactly.
With the support.
A lot of doors can open.
A lot of doors can open. A lot of doors. And we're going to leave that for another segment.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? When you're on stage, how do you engage with your fans to kind of build some kind of a community around your music, like you said, the melodic sound of your music? How do you try to build a community around what you're doing?
When I'm performing.
When you're performing, and what are you trying to put? What are you trying to project? Because that's what I guess is what I'm saying is that's what it's all about, is trying to get people to come to your fan base.
Yeah. Every time I perform, my goal is to at least get one follower. Or I might go big depending on the venue. I might be like, let's get 5, let's get 10. You know what I'm saying? Long as I get one follower on, it don't even matter the platform. It can be Instagram, Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, something long as I make some kind of network.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I consider that a win. Even if my performance ain't all I expected it to be or wanted it to be, I'ma still, you feel me? I'ma try and network, get that one follower, follow them back. You feel me? It don't hurt to follow somebody back. I don't know why artists think that it's so hard to do. I got 1 million followers. I'm only follow 4 people back, man. You crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna show my folks some love.
Yeah, you got 1 million followers. What's wrong with you having 1 million, following 1 million?
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's. I mean, selfishness is there in music, in people's, livelihoods, and sometimes it transposes over to what you're doing. So, yeah, that's really what's happening. So I know that you got to have some stories, man. You got to have some stories. I know everybody has stories behind their music, man, behind what they've done. Would it be asking too deep to share any behind the scenes stories or even anecdotes from their experiences as a rapper that that your listeners might find interesting?
Nah. I'm gonna tell y'all this one story about when I had went to Atlanta to perform. It was me and my partner Kid Shot. He in Japan right now. My boy went to the Air Force. This man was so ready to get on stage. He was like, "Hey bro, what we going on?" Like we was supposed to go. Like they skipped over our time slot because we didn't have enough people to go with us. Like the people that had went in the slot we went, like they pulled up like probably like 40 deep. Like they had a show, like they had folks following them with signs and all that. Like really had the networking campaign going strong. And we just pulled up like probably like about 6 people deep. You know what I'm saying? We expected it to go like that, but we didn't expect it to go like that. So when we got there, the promoter like he was already getting us that
look.
You feel me? He was like, "Hey
What's up?"
man, they gonna go before y'all because they done pulled up with all these people." I was like, "All right, I ain't even gonna trip." So I talked to the promoter myself. He over there just chilling like he don't know what going on. So he just keep walking up to me. "Hey bro, when we going on? What he say? When we going on? What he say? I'm like, bruh, chill. Like it done got to the point where he done pissed me off with it. I'm like, bruh, chill. We get on stage. This man closes his eyes the whole time.
He got nervous.
Yes, man. Like stage fright.
Oh,
and
man.
like that's another reason why I say like artist development, because like that's something that I need to work on as well. Like my stage presence is not really where I want it to be at, but I know I'm not just gonna get up there and close my eyes. I'm gonna interact with somebody who I see locked in. Yeah,
right.
like if you vibing with the music, oh yeah, okay, I'm finna go on and just lock in with that one person. But then I'm also try to work my way and find another person. But
A lot of artists have done that. I mean, this is not a proprietary story. A lot of artists have done that where they've, I think most of your big artists that have ever performed has at some time or some point said that even as they got older, they still get that butterfly in their stomach.
It ain't
so
gonna
they
never
lock
go
in.
away
You
for
always
real.
see that one fan or that one person that you lock into. You be singing directly to them and them alone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a process, I guess.
And them shades really help a lot.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: what do you think sets rap music apart as a form of expression? And why do you think it resonates with so many people? Now, when I say that, I know it's a little wide spectrum of rap music. There's conscious rap. There's
That's what I was just gonna
gangsters
say.
rap. There's
It's so many different ways like rap can go, or like what you can be talking about.
So
Like-
in other words, that's what set that whole genre of music apart. Because I think before rap, there was really no consciousness in the sense of artists saying what they did. Because in the 70s, it was definitely about love and peace and party,
Happiness and all that,
and so on
yeah.
and so forth. I think the only other music, the only other music that I know of would have to be reggae. That just was like fighting against the system and all of that stuff.
Some in the now moment music.
Yeah, so I think rap is definitely probably on that level.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
How do you see the future of rap music evolving? Now I know it has evolved. It has evolved because it started in the 70s, and it evolved into what it is now. How do you see it evolving? And do you see it evolving? Two-part question. Do you see it evolving for the good?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you see it evolving for the bad?
I feel like it's gonna evolve for the good because it's gonna be like more like artists independent right now, but it's gonna be like more like we'll have more of an insight of what we doing in the future. Like right now we know a little bit about the business and a little bit of how things should be going, but like once we actually get the full spectrum of what we should be getting and should be earning and should be doing to get where we supposed to go, I feel like
You still feel that?
yeah, I feel like
And the reason why I ask that is because, I have seen that. Looks like to me that the artists of the hip hop and the rap and the younger generation of artists, they are better entrepreneurs than maybe some of the older generations of music, because they think about how they can
make more.
make more. I hate to use that word, brand themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like using brand.
Yeah, think about a horse or something.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still comes into play with the overall success of what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you think? Do you think that that your generation of artists was better entrepreneurs? And this is not no disrespect to the older heads or OGs or whatever we want to say. What do you think?
I wouldn't say that. I just feel like we probably got like a little bit more coached than some of the old heads did, type thing.
Okay.
And and some of us listened and a lot of us didn't, type thing. Like, you feel me? Where I really can't say like how many old heads listened back in the day. So
yeah. So with that being said, man, it's always good, to talk with brothers and sisters, man, that are in the business, that are aspiring and doing what they're trying to do. So finally, I'd like to ask, you did mention that you just dropped, so I'm going to ask you this. Where can your listeners find your music and connect with you online? Go on and give them that information.
I'm on Spotify, I'm on YouTube,
Okay.
I'm on Apple Music, I'm everywhere.
Okay.
All streaming platforms. You can follow me on Instagram at YTN_BAM. Hello. Yeah, YTN_BAM 96.
All right, y'all hear it. Y'all, I would suggest, man, that we do this, and let's show them that let's show that we can make a difference with here in Columbus and the surrounding, and like they say, you can be anywhere and have a presence everywhere.
Right.
So with that, I'd like to thank all of you for listening, and YTN BAM, glad to have you.
Appreciate you for having me.
Couple footwords I done helped, I swear to God I should have spoke. Gave these niggas the recipe on how to really move them low. We respect it, I just how maneuver, they know it on the business. I be representing where I go, they know I'm LP. Every year I leveled up, I put it